Hello everyone, welcome to our test automation brigade meeting, and today is March 12th, 2020. And just a reminder to everyone, this is a public call and will be recorded and posted onto YouTube. First of all, sorry that I didn't send a reminder about the time change on the meeting, about the daylight saving time that happened here. So maybe even TT from Natasia has not joined, so probably they were not aware of the time change as well. Yeah, but let's go ahead with the call with the present people here, and we'll see if more people join the call. Okay, let's go over our agenda items as usual and the status. Okay, so Andrea and Hardik, couple questions for you on the DT workflow test cases. Last week we discussed that we want to get back to these, and then based on your assessment, we want to either keep them here or move them to next future release.
Yeah, so at the moment, I did not really get a clear answer from of exactly what we should do with them because we had a little bit of other priorities here.
Sorry, and excuse me, Andrea, can you please talk a little
Yeah,
bit to the mic?
yeah, I was sorry. I was saying that at the moment I don't really have a clear answer. If it's not a problem, let's leave them there until we have the existing tests running, and then I could show by showing the existing tests that we have running, I could get better clarity on those.
Okay. So maybe by Monday, will you let me know, please? Because Sauro and I, we discussed about this and we were wondering if we can move these to future, because we want to, right now the cutoff date for code freeze is 24th, and before that we want to just merge most of the test cases that we have. By 20th, maybe we should just stop creating more newer test cases until they are very critical, because once they're merged onto the repo, then it takes time to integrate onto the nightly jobs and to make them stabilize. That will take some time.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. We can move them to future. I don't expect these to be done in 2 weeks.
Okay, that sounds good. Then I'll just move them right away. Okay, and there is one more that I see, which you must be. I'm not sure if this is the one that you are working, Andrea. Test and verify DT workflow um, on the physical pod with GPON based setup.
Yeah, that's us. Unfortunately, the GPON is not yet operational because of some issues that we're seeing with the box.
Okay.
So I would say move those to future. Move that to future. I don't know if it's gonna get done by 2-3.
Okay.
It might be, but we might also not want to merge it.
I get it. Yeah, sure. That sounds good. I think that is all we have. I think Hardik, yeah, I saw your patch about this disable delete. We'll merge it today. Everything else has been reviewed, and then I see the change that you have submitted. It's just that we will approve and then merge it. Do you have any questions on this?
No, that's all. Thank you. Once you are done with that, I can just pick this 274 and finish that off also in a day.
Okay, thank you. And then are you planning to work on this, or do you have bugs from the bug bounty list?
I can, that's what, once the other one is merged, I can right away work on this and can submit this.
Yeah, I was thinking if this is not really important right now, for the functionality itself, it's working from the test
Yeah,
cases. But
yeah.
if you have other things that Saurav had given you on the bugs that to be worked on, please work on those, and then we can come back to these later. I mean, I'm fine to move this even to future, unless you have already submitted a patch for this.
No, if you merge the other one, I can submit this tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right, so then I leave it here then.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thanks, Hardik. Anything else from Berlin side, Andrea or Hardik?
No, not really, except
Yep.
that we have the working pod with 16 tests and the physical reboot for the ONU working. So I'm pretty happy about that. And that's all our progress for this week from Berlin.
Okay, that sounds really good that we can see the same type of test that we are running on QA pods. Great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. All right, can we move to Infosys? Gayatri, Hema on the call?
Yeah, hi Sujitra, it's Hema here. Morning.
Hi, Hema.
Yeah, so our part issues got resolved yesterday only. So we started working on this 2052 and 54. So we started executing the scripts. So we are getting issues and we are fixing it. Maybe we can submit in 2 to 3 days. 2053 we need to pick up, we need to start working. For 2052 and 54 scripting is done. We are executing and fixing the issues. And 2053 we need to start.
Okay, so do you think, how long do you think we will be able to finish? We're just assessing so that we can move them to future or leave it now. Yeah.
2053 is related to 2052 it seems. So I'll check and confirm you by tomorrow.
Okay, so let's say by next week, if you are able to send us a patch, do you think that we will be able to merge it by, along with the reviews, do you think we will be able to merge it by end of Friday next week?
Yeah, 2052 and 54 we are trying our best. So we guess we can merge it.
Okay.
After 2 days we can get the status and we can move accordingly.
Okay, so I'll leave this also here, but if it is taking longer,
Yeah,
then
fine.
move it to future as we want.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and how about the other tickets from Suraj?
Other tickets are small fixes only. Since PAD was not up, we started working on these tickets. We'll try to commit this as well. I think it is very small fix, so we can submit this too as well.
Okay, so these as well.
Yeah.
And there is one more which Suraj, it's not in progress. I'm planning to move this ad setup to perform sanity again for after ONU and after restart. I'm not sure.
It has blocking Jira, right? It has one blocking bug. So
Right, there is a blocking bug, but now seems like it is fixed. So can you please ask Suraj to submit the patch for this if it is not if it is not done? I somehow remember that this was already taken care.
correct, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't gone through the test case again after a long time because Matt yesterday he told on the he mentioned that he had already fixed the adapter issue, restart issue. So we should be
Okay.
test.
Fine. I'll check and come back on this.
Okay. Thank you. All right. And the other question that I have is for the Ethernet NNI port status, OLT disable and enable. So what is the plan on this Jira ticket? Is it like adding assertions to existing test case?
Yes, correct. In the existing test case, we are planning to add one extra check. So we are planning for that now. But we didn't get a chance to check in our physical part. We'll check and add accordingly.
Okay. All right. I think that's all we have on the list. You have anything else, Hema, to talk about?
No, nothing for Jiras.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Hema.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone from TT? Let's Emran on the call? Okay. It's fine.
I think Emran is not on the call. I am here.
Sarkar?
Sarkant.
Oh, hi, Sarkar.
Yeah. Hi, Suchitra. So it is still in progress. I can say nothing more.
Okay.
So yeah, Emran has take over the tasks. So he started to work on the things.
Okay. Thank you, Sarkar. Yeah. If he has any problems in proceeding or any questions on the automated project itself, yeah, please don't hesitate to ask us anytime on the mailing list or Slack.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Sarkar. Anything else from your side?
No, nothing.
Okay. Devashish? All right, going further, I see a test case for OLT reboot. Andrea, I do have a question on this Jira ticket.
Yeah, go ahead.
So is this on the BBSIM only you're planning to handle?
So when I saw the other one you had for OLT reboot, and that was talking about physical, I
Yes.
just wanted to make sure that in one way or another, that test can be run also on BBSIM. That's why I opened 2745. But if you want, you can merge the two, meaning 1956 and 2745, and make sure that the test runs both physically and as much as it can on BBSIM, probably coordinating with Matteo to see what can be done.
Yeah, so this one, the OLT reboot is talking about physical reboot only. And there is also a soft reboot test that I think Infosys was handling that. And that should be able to be executed on BBSIM as well.
Oh, okay. Then I'll leave it up to you if you want to keep it open or close it or link it to some other story. That's really up to you.
Okay, sure. Let me ask Hema, did we finish OLT reboot, soft reboot also, Hema, or it's just the ONU reboot that we finished in the test case?
We have added ONU reboot test case, but OLT reboot, I think it's already there, right?
The soft reboot, I don't remember about the soft reboot. The one, this ticket is talking about hard reboot. So we have this power switch based test cases again, where we will also handle OLT reboot case.
Okay, so OLT soft reboot, we didn't write any test case for it. We have written for ONU reboot only.
Yes. All right, then I'll do something. I'll change this ticket to a OLT soft reboot, and that could be handled using Volt Kettle.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So Andrea, if you don't mind, I'm moving this to future because we don't need it right away for the release, because for the release we are handling the hard reboot case.
Sounds good.
And then I will make the ticket as a soft reboot.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, we just have 11 stories to handle. That's good. Hopefully we can merge and then test them. Anything else on the Jira tickets before we move on? Okay, so this data plane patches will be sometime planned to merge next week. And there is one patch from Hardik. I hope I got the spelling right.
Yep.
Okay. All right, pods. So moving on regarding the pods, Infosys pod seems to be working fine now. Hema, you mentioned that there were some issues regarding reporting. I assume that that issue also got resolved.
Okay, fine. I need to check it.
No, I do not know. I'm asking.
No, that is still there.
Okay. I suppose Zach, I'm not sure if Zach is still looking at it. Zach, do you think that the issue with the reporting?
So the issue there was the it wasn't reporting robot test results.
Okay.
And I looked, and earlier there were cases where it was reporting them. So I'm not exactly sure why that's not copying or not moving those over. Has there been any other? Have we continued to have problems with that? I guess I'm trying to. I don't know what exactly the problem is. It might be something technical related to an upgrade, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so then we might need to investigate because I really haven't looked at in detail why it was failing. And I assume that at the first look, when I looked at the issue and the console output, I thought that it was a problem with the reporting and the robot results were not reported for some reason. So we might need to look at it. So let me take a look at it and then see how it goes. Unless Zach, if you want to add yourself also, I can add it here if you have time.
I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have to look at it. It looks to me, what it says is that the robot publisher starts and then it's parsing the output, but then it has this remote call failed, and part of it is that it looks like it might be something with the plugin, but I'm not sure because it cuts off the backtrace. And maybe it's just, so I'm not sure whether actually the parsing of the robot framework is happening on the Infosys pod or on the Jenkins master. So
yeah, so okay, I will also take a look at it and then I'll reach you out in case there are some issues reaching itself or some other Jenkins related problem.
Yeah, could you make a Jira ticket about this so that we can talk about that? We can discuss what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Emma, would you mind creating a ticket, please?
Yeah, sure. I'll create one.
And is the issue reproducible?
Yes, yeah. It's happening every time.
Yeah, I pasted an example of it happening, and then there's another example of it not of it completing and reporting output. So the 91 is the failure, and the 76 is the pass.
Yeah,
Even I saw this on some of the Jenkins build jobs for the Jettit patches also yesterday, actually.
okay. Yeah, because I've seen this issue a long time back, but it doesn't happen anymore. All right. Yeah, maybe we can look at it offline and then see what is the issue. Okay. Moving on, test executions. One new update, right? We remember if we talked about the OpenOLT Debian version and we stopped using it because of some issues. And there was another update last Friday by Girish, and he had uploaded again on the same website, same place, and the same file name. So please download it and then use it on your pods accordingly. And that we already tested for almost like 4 days now, and we haven't seen or observed any issues on the QA parts. So we all can go ahead and then use the package.
Suchitra, I believe there is no build for the GPON OLT that is based upon this new set of things.
Yeah, I do not know about that. Probably Girish is the better person to answer that question.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe in this stand up today, probably we can ask.
I will reach out to him. Yep, thanks.
Yeah. So what are you using currently? Which one are you using for the Berlin pod right now?
XGS pawn at the moment.
Okay. And then you are using this package right here?
No, I'm still using the old one.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm seeing no real problems.
So this package has more bug fixes according to Girish. So if whenever you get a chance, you can just upgrade it to the newer Debian file.
Will do.
Okay. All right. So the regarding the test executions, I have to still work on the OLT reboot test case as we based on the discussion that happened on the Voltha call on Tuesday. We agreed on a procedure, so I will be writing a test based on that because there were some issues that the OLT reboot scenario itself was not working, and hence we didn't write anything. And also I'll be working on merging the DT-based test cases. I manually verified on the QA part with some setup with the help of Andrea and Theo, and everything seems to work fine. And I will be automating the procedure and run the DT-based test cases. So for that, I plan to create new job on the Jenkins. And like we have jobs for the Go version base, something like that we'll have for DT. And on the demo pod, I have made some changes for the setup, and that will utilize the new setup and then have the DT-based test run. That might take some time, probably 2 days, I'm thinking. So Andrea, just to update you, if there are any questions, I'll reach out to you.
Yeah, please also include all the time.
Sorry, can't hear you.
I was saying just please include also Hardik because he might have a better picture than myself related to the test implementation if anything goes wrong in there.
Yeah, right. Right. For the automated test cases, yes, definitely. Or any other issues, I'll keep him in loop as well.
Okay, thanks.
Sure, thanks. Okay. Andy, do you have any updates? Do you want to talk about anything?
Hi, Suchitra.
Hey.
No, I don't really have anything to report this week. I spent some time fixing a couple of problems with some of the tests, the alarm test and the sanity test. No, the scale test
Mhm.
were showing some problems. So I resolved those, but other than that, nothing really to discuss.
Okay. Yeah, all the BVSIN based tests also look very good. Everything passed now.
So there's 3 tests that are prefixed with nightly. These are testing the various libraries, just trying to see if the master of, say, the PyVolta library is compatible with the master of the components that consume PyVolta. It's just running the sanity test on a system built with master of everything. That used to be a per patch set test, but developers were complaining that it wasn't really giving useful information as a per patch set test. So I moved it to a nightly test instead.
Okay, sounds good. And how about this one?
The master Volta Protos is just not currently compatible right now with the master of the other components. That's a known situation. I guess it's not a surprise to anybody, but it's not expected that these tests will always pass. It's more just informational tests to let developers know kind of what is the status of the latest development.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Andy.
Sure.
All right, there are no other items on the agenda. Anyone has anything to bring up? Do we have anything to talk?
Yeah, hi Sujita, Suraj here.
Oh, hi, Suraj.
Yeah, yeah. We discussed about this WPA reassociate. You said like we are clearing the process, background process, and then running WPA supplement again for
Yes.
one of the test case. So that worked or how?
Yes, that worked. I tested only with using one, I guess. A couple places I changed. There are still more places that we need to change. And I was thinking that we can eliminate the other perform sanity WPA reassociate keyword that we
Right,
have, and then
right,
just
right.
use the perform sanity. So if you find more places, if you remember that we added, yeah, please submit a patch because I'm also working on some other things.
Sure, sure, no problem. I got, yeah. I just wanted to confirm whether it's working or not. So if it is working, then I will find out the places. And I will add the commits accordingly.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, if you can work on that one first, then these other tickets are not that important right now for the test cases,
Okay.
assertion checks. Um, the one which we talked about reassociate, if we can work on that, that will be great.
Sure, sure. I'll update on the that because I was currently focusing on 2054 regarding that tech
Oh,
profile,
yeah. Yeah, after this, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm
Sure.
saying that after this data plane test that you have finished,
Sure.
then you can work on the WP area associate. And based on that, next week we can move these tickets to either future or leave them here based on the progress.
Sure, Suchitra.
Yeah, and I also sometime back we were discussing about this ticket about perform sanity test in the ONU adapter restart. So looks like the bug is fixed, and now we can test the ONU adapter scenario, restart scenario. I'm not sure if we still have more changes to make on the test case.
I think this earlier we added the steps for it, but those steps were not according to the implementation. So after this, as this implementation has been done, so I think I need to rewrite the steps again. So
Okay.
I think it's better if we move to future or.
Okay, so let me look at the test case as well. I don't remember, and I remember that you have created some patches after, like, it was long time back that we discussed, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll get back to you on Slack if there are any questions that we need to work on it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Anything else, Suraj?
That's also Chitra.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Anything else before we close out the call today? All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your time and participation. We'll talk again next week.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.